Welcome to Laramie, Wyoming, and one of the highest elevations you will find in all of college football. And it is home to the Wyoming Cowboys, and they have a taste for the spicy brown mustard. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wyoming Cowboys. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Wyoming Cowboys offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
That last completion has him set up, second and short. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
All right, here it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
So the Air Force Falcons offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
On second down, wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Falcons will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's got his man. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming.
One of the things I love about this QB as a runner is not just his athleticism, but how tough he is. He can run in between the tackles in the middle of the field, push the pile, break tackles. Linebackers are trying to bring him down. He just keeps his feet driving. That is impressive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. USF sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Tampa. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yardage.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, and those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
Really nice job by the running back setting up that angle route. He's making it look like he's running to the flat, and then he puts his foot in the ground, cuts back across the defender's face, and makes himself an easy target for the quarterback.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
tackled immediately after the catch.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff from the gun. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that throw.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away anything, and making that play and that tackle.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Air Force. Timely decisions, effective play management helps him get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass, and playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. With jet sweep pass. Across the 45. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quickly to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. New set of downs after that completion. Off-play action on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They're trying to get to him. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
That's a nice-looking run. I'll tell you, when it comes to the academies, I know the Air Force is known for being mighty in the skies, but on the football field, it's what they're able to do on the ground. Year in, year out, they are so dangerous toting the rock, whether it's the option, whether it's conventional, whether it's spread. These guys are dialed into what they want to do, and they wear defenses down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And the Falcons are rolling down the field. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Setting up the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got...
Touchdown, Falcons! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. He's going to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Wide out in motion. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. The offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes the connection. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds the tight end. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. Second down coming up. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds us back in the middle. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wyoming.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over.
Looking deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Air Force.
Number 3.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, who's got a better seat there today in Laramie than you do? And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the highest elevation in all of college football, War Memorial Stadium.
The Cowboys will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. On the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And the Falcons will snap it on first and 10. Gets it past the marker. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Now the toss. Across the 25, he's got room. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
The Falcons have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well. I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing.
Touchdown, Falcons! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by 7 over Florida State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. And the Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Banks. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no-huddle. They'll give it to him again. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Grabs it in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
With a red zone opportunity.
He'll keep it himself. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak, it looked like it was ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their wind.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Now the toss. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Trying to pick it up on the ground. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a 4th down.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And I tell you what, this is the big difference between the NFL and college football. So many guys, week in, week out, They just pull the ball down, or they take a design quarterback run like this and chew up so many yards so fast, so dynamic, so athletic at the quarterback spot in college football.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He looks that one in nicely. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. The Cowboys are flying down the field. From the gun, give on the inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Singleton. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Makes the catch past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They want to just keep throwing it. Got rid of it just in time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wyoming. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. West Virginia is ahead right now, but that's not exactly Major Harris out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one. Make life easier on this kicker is so important to this team.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Picks up the first down. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoots out of bounds.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The Falcons are on the move. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Just feeds the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Quick toss. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Air Force.
Guys, dig deep.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing we can do to stop it.
They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Air Force.
Number 21.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail meat coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone.
Set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
Well, they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
A loss of 11 on the play. 4th down coming up.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.